Welcome to this cartoon animator tutorial, and where we have two 3G 360 characters with 3D walk motions applied to them. So as we can see, we have two characters walking in the same perspective as the street. And so I'll show you how we can achieve this. So let me pause it. So we'll work on this female called Martha, and I've got one prepared. There she is. Okay, so let me show you her in the content manager. If you go to 3G 360, you'll find that there's three types. What you want is the Martha F, the one facing forward, the front one. And what I'll do, I will search for the 3D motion in animation. So 3G human, and then select 3D motion, and now I'm looking for the female walk, so I'll apply that. It's fairly a quite quick process, to be honest. It's not too technical. So we have this camera projection here, and what we need to do, we need to move it so we can turn her left to right. And what I need to do is find the right perspective. So I found that if I go minus 28, it seems to be about right. So I'll leave that. And also I need to lock the root motion. Basically, locking the root motion or ticking the root motion, it keeps the character in place, because if I don't select this, the character will walk off the screen, which I don't want. Well, for certain scenes it could work, but for this particular scene I don't want to do that, because the street is moving itself. The street has got a motion applied to it, so we don't need them to walk off the screen. They'll stay in place. Okay, so I've clicked it, and she's disappeared. Don't worry about that. I'm gonna now press apply to timeline. We can get Martha back quite easily. So basically, it's just played the new motion. I'll put the cursor back to 0 on the timeline, and so we'll toggle with the Z space. It's on 0 at the moment, and so I'm gonna toggle with it until she comes back. So basically, she was behind the actual scene, so she's behind the scenes. So yeah, basically now let's try. Actually, let me apply more motions to her. It's the same motion, but I just need to loop it. I want more loops, so it's continuous. So go into motion, drag down, and so here's the motion here. I can see it. Let me just, oh, there it is. And so if I click on here, well, it's selected already because it's orange. So loop, and drag that out. Actually, drag it out. I want quite a lot of them actually. I want a lot of loops. It's about there. That's cool. And then remembering to take this point back to 0. So now I will play. Okay. Sorry, there's a bit of a lag on my computer. I haven't got the fastest computer, but I'm just working with what I've got, But you can get the gist of what's happening. So the angle, the perspective is good. One problem I can see is that her left foot is at a strange angle when compared to this one's straight. So we can easily resolve that by going into the PSD editor. Okay. So what I'll do, select a right mouse button, launch PSD. This might take some time, so what I'll do, I'll pause it and I'll get right back to you. Okay, we're back. So now we have Martha in the PSD editor, which is called Photopea. A very good piece of software, I must say. And then what I need to do is look for this left foot. So I've clicked on it and it's automatically opened it up, which is good. But I don't actually want this foot. I want a different angle. I want the angle to suit the perspective of the street. Okay, so that's the angle I want. So it's called foot 45. So I'm going to duplicate layer, and then hide the original one. And what I'm going to do, I'm basically going to drag and drop this image into this folder called L shank, and L shank is basically the bottom part of the leg. So I'll hide it. You see that? It's the bottom part of the leg. So what I want to do, I want to merge the shank with the foot, so it's one layer. And this way, it will resolve the issue of the foot in the wrong direction. So what I'll do, right mouse button and go to merge layers, press the left mouse button, so they're merged. As before, you saw there was two images, now there's just one. So now what will happen now, if I hide that, look, so you can tell they're together. Hide. Okay, so what I need to do now is send this information back to Cartoon Animator. So it does sometimes take some time, and what I've noticed, when you do this, you have to be patient, because if you try to open it up too soon, you can crash Cartoon Animator. So you'll notice that it starts flashing down here. So and that means it's preparing. It doesn't mean that it's finished. So what I'll do, because it might take some time, I'm just going to pause it and come back to you. So we're back, and so is Martha. So Martha's back, but look at Martha. Look, Martha's got 3 shoes, and the reason that is because one of the sprites, the main sprite, is still there. A separate sprite, a separate foot. So we'll go into sprite editor, and basically I want to hide it. Okay, so wait till it opens, and then I'll hide it, and then play the animation, and it should work. All right, so what we need to do, you can see it's highlighted. So that's why it's still showing. So what I need to do is press empty, and it'll disappear. So we saw it disappear. Okay, so now let's play. Okay, so yeah, there it is. So it's like my computer needs to build up before it can start playing smoothly, but we can see that the foot is in the right perspective, in the right angle. Okay, when you render this, it comes out perfect, but obviously because of my computer, so don't worry about that. So we can see now a bit better that they're both in sync. So is the man. So basically the gentleman to the left, he had the same issue. So his foot was sticking out, so I had to obviously merge that particular foot angle with that left shank to resolve the issue, and it to be honest, the result is great, I have to say. Also, you can see that her head compared to this woman's head is in a different angle, and I want this one's head to be facing in the same angle as this woman and this guy. So we can easily do that. It's not hard. We just click left click on her, on Martha, and then we'll go into the facial animation, press face puppet, and then we can see that above this female and this male's head, you got this 3D movement. This icon means it's got a 3D movement. We can see it here, it's highlighted. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press preview just to see how it looks. So now press space. So when I press the space bar, you can see your head's moving around. Okay, so I'd want it that kind of angle. So what I'll do, I'm going to get ready to record. So I'll press record, left mouse button, and it tells me I can press enter for half speed recording, but I don't want to do that. I don't need to do that at the moment, so I'll just press the normal record, which is space, normal speed. And so now I'm going to have a head in the same angle as the guy and the other Martha, and record that for a bit to see how it looks in the end. Let's move ahead about a bit, make it more dynamic. So imagine the possibilities you can do with this. So basically you can have your two characters speaking, having your little cartoon, you know, you could use it for advertisement, promoting the company, you know. So there's a lot of things you can do with it. You know, you're diversifying the angles. It's not just a horizontal angle, you know, so this gives it a bit more depth, this 3D depth. So I think it's a good idea that, you know, they introduced 3D motions to 2D characters. Okay, so that's done. Let's go back, see how this Martha looks. Okay, so she's facing us, but she will turn her head. Okay, so it worked. So it's believable, the scene's believable. You know, and it's amazing that these are 2D characters, these are not 3D characters, but they've got a 3D motion applied to them. So yeah, it's a very powerful package, this cartoon animator. So don't underestimate what you can do with it, to be honest. So that's about it for this tutorial. What I'll do in the next tutorial, I'll show you how you can apply a shadow to any character in Cartoon Animator without having to go into After Effects or another software package. You can do it all in here. Also, this scene is available at Reallusion, so you can check out the link if you wish to. Also, if you need any assistance with this particular tutorial or scenes in Cartoon Animator, leave your comments down below and I'm happy to respond to them. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you have a good day. You take care. Alright, bye.